3 of these styles do not work when communicating with people, especially with difficult people. So I want to first start off with the 3 styles that don't work and then conclude with the 1 style that works almost all the time, especially difficult people. So let's start with the easiest communication style to talk about, and that is aggressive. So think of the most aggressive person you've ever met, the person that just goes off the charts in aggressive behavior. The person that if you ever looked up the word aggressive in the dictionary, there would be their mugshot. Do you have somebody in mind? Okay, without mentioning their name, what are they like? Pushy. Obnoxious. Loud, obnoxious, annoying, opinionated. Bullies. Look at that in stereo. Bullies. Very good. Irritating. Arrogant. Abrasive. Absolutely. There's some D words that I want you to write down as well. They are demanding and sometimes demeaning. And if you take it to an extreme, these people actually, with their language, their tone of voice, their body language, what they do is they put other people down to elevate themselves. So aggressive to me, they come from a place...
I liked her. She was fantastic. She really spoke from the heart.
She is super great. Made me almost come to tears.
I like the way she delivers everything, and I like her message.
Oh, I think she was awesome.
She was powerful.
So how do you do it? How do you become more assertive? It's a learned skill. You can learn these skills, like I learned these skills. And there are steps that you can take, and the first one is to breathe. And I want to emphasize breathing because sometimes when we get confronted, or sometimes when we have to confront, it's uncomfortable. It's awkward. And we don't like conflict, and we don't like confrontation. So sometimes we get stressed, and physically we have that fight or flight syndrome going on. And we sometimes, we tense up. And have you ever been so stressed that you've even said, I'm so stressed I can't even think straight? Well, that's your body telling you, breathe. And have you ever had your best friend look at you and say, breathe, 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 calm down, breathe? Well, that's just a reminder to breathe. So for one, you need more oxygen going to the brain so you can have more clarity to carry on the conversation. But the second thing it will help you do is to buy you some time. I think so often we get so stressed in an uncomfortable situation, and then you attach emotion to it, like anger, past experience, resentment, jealousy, all these negative emotions. We attach that to the conversation, and guess what we end up doing? Saying something totally inappropriate that we live to regret. And once you've blown your credibility, you can't get it back. You can't get it back. So if you breathe, use that time to think about what you're going to say before you say it. Number 2. Use what I call I statements.
She's really funny and energetic, and I love the fact that she was able to talk to the audience without having to use notes or PowerPoint. It was just very impressive.
She was very good, very understandable, very down to earth, and I really liked her speaking.
Some good information, and she gave it everything step by step, made it easy to follow along.
She's giving us specific things that I can actually take home and implement.
A woman has a really, really, really bad day at work. Her anger sac is so full. Her knight in shining armor comes home and says, hey, honey, how was your day? Oh, my gosh, it was such a horrible day. I had this incident. It was absolutely awful. And the knight in shining armor says, honey, you didn't need to get upset about that. All you had to do was say this and this. Game over. Thank you for invalidating my feelings. And then he says, do you want some more advice? No. So here's what you do. Imagine you're a glass of water, and your anger sac is like this glass of water that's absolutely full. If you vent to someone and they don't listen to you and they give you advice, as in more water, pouring water into a full glass of water, where is that advice going? It's going all over the place. It's making a mess. You are not in a position to receive. You are only in a position to receive good ideas and input and feedback if you've released all that anger and frustration.